Hi there, Brock Vandenberg, president of TaliMar Financial. I've got some great news. This week, we have now surpassed 10 million under management in TaliMar Income Fund I. I want to thank all the investors that have followed us down this path. We launched the mortgage fund in May of last year with the intention of raising maybe 3 to 4 million by end of year. But yeah, we've definitely surpassed that expectation and have just passed through 10 million. Why is 10 million a significant number? 10 million is a significant number because it's kind of that break-even point for a fund administrator or manager such as TaliMar Financial, that it makes sense to making this transition. Additionally, it opens us up to larger credit lines that are cheaper to lend against for the mortgage fund. Now, I know a lot of you have questions about why we use leverage in the mortgage fund. Again, it's not used to increase the yield of the fund, rather to ensure that the investor dollars are continually at work. We may borrow money as some loans are paying off while other loans are being funded to ensure that 100% of the investor capital is funded. Additionally, we have done some updates to the lender portal, which I wanted to show you, which is what we're looking at right now. So for those that have signed up for the lender portal, it is a great tool to use when looking at our trust deed offerings, and then also if you're invested in the mortgage fund. So simply access the lender portal by going to trust deed investing and trust deed portal. Go ahead and enter your information. If you have not signed up, that is okay. You can select not registered and create new account, and takes less than 5 minutes to log in. Now, keep in mind that if you do want to invest through the lender portal and view trustees, you will have to have an active lender account with us. And if you want to email invest@talimarfinancial.com to get that form, feel free to do that. We can expedite opening your account. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and sign in and show you some of the updates and improvements that we have made. Okay. So as you're all aware, you have your dashboard here, which shows all your accounts with TaliMar Financial. Here you can see your trustee portfolio, all the trustees that you're currently invested in. Here you can see all the available trustees that we have posted. Now, some of you have commented that you see a lot of the statuses as reserved for fund. As more and more investor capital comes into the mortgage fund, more of these loans are going to be reserved for the fund. Once we have fully funded all the investor capital in the fund, that's when we start to make those loans available to individual investors. Now, the big change here is the mortgage fund tab. All of you will see the mortgage fund tab, but those that are invested in the mortgage fund tab will be able to select it and see all the information on the fund. So the first tab that you see when it's a drop-down menu is you're going to see see your accounts and the balances that are invested in the mortgage fund. The second thing that you're going to see is a portfolio overview. So this is an actual snapshot of what the mortgage fund looks like. So right now you'll notice that we have 22 loans in the mortgage fund, totaling over 10 million, with an average yield. And this is just the loans in the mortgage. So this is the gross yield of all the loans in the mortgage fund. It doesn't take into consideration fund costs right now. But the average yield right now with the loans in the fund is 7.75%. And average loan to value is at roughly 64% with an average loan term of 15 months. So you also see some other additional widgets here, including loan type. So you'll be able to break it down, what kind of loans are in the fund. As you can tell, the majority of the loans that we have in the mortgage fund, over 60%, are what we call bridge loans. We define bridge loans as loans that borrower isn't intending to update the property, and we're not underwriting to some future value on that loan. So that's based on current value. Additionally, we're funding fix and flip loans as well as fix and hold loans. Now, fix and hold loans are kind of a new product type that we offer. They're very similar to fix and flip loans where we're funding some of the purchase and some of the renovation costs, but the intention is to actually for our borrower to actually hold the property as a long-term rental. Why is that important? It's because we do offer a 30-year rental loan program for our investors. And once those renovations are completed, they have a tenant in place, they can roll that loan over into a 30-year rental loan. Now, obviously, we're shifting loans out of the mortgage fund, but we find it as a very good marketing tool for investors that are simply looking to do that fix and hold loan. So we're able to get to capture a bigger share of that fix and hold market because we offer this 30-year rental program. It's a great kind of in between, buy the property, rehab it, get the tenant in place, and then we can roll you into a 30-year rental loan. The other widget you see here is the property type. So we're overwhelmingly single family 1 to 4 units. I anticipate that that's going to be the case for a good period of time as we grow the fund. We have a small portion of it in commercial loans, again, industrial, and then I think we have one land loan. Land loans, we're not funding loans in the desert, or these are going to be infill improved sites. So this is at the stage where it's been improved, utilities on the site, and they're just ready to go vertical with a construction loan. In addition, we'll close this out, you're going to be able to see where we're funding. So the counties, again, a huge percentage of the loans being in our backyard in San Diego. But as you can tell, that we are expanding throughout California. And then ownership type. When we first started the fund, we didn't want to be weighted heavily in any one loan, so we did some fractional loans within the TaliMar Financial umbrella. But as we raised more and more capital, we will be funding only whole interest loans. And then finally, on the mortgage fund tab, you'll be able to actually look through the entire loan, all the current loans in the fund. So as you'll notice, we'll have the 22 loans, and you'll be able to break it down, what the yields of the loan type, property type, loan balance, what percentage actually of that loan is of the entire mortgage fund. So those are the big improvements that we've made. We're constantly improving the site. If you guys are looking for additional information or would like to see additional items on the mortgage fund, please feel free to reach out to me, and we'll go ahead and try to incorporate that into the lender portal. Keep in mind, this is real time. So as I see the modifications and changes within the mortgage funds as loans pay off, you see them as well. So you can technically wake up every morning and every evening to look at what the current status, like I do, of the mortgage fund. If you got any questions about getting started with the mortgage fund, feel free to reach out to me. You can always also go to the TaliMar Income Fund I page and learn about the mortgage fund. You can request information if you'd like, or you can go ahead and subscribe directly to the mortgage fund through this page. Just want to do a quick shout out to all our strategic partners who have helped us over the years. Gerasi Law Firm, who drafted all the documentation for the mortgage fund. Verivest, who acts as the fund administrator, does all the accounting for us on a monthly and year-end basis. FCI Lender Services, who still continues to service our loan portfolio. Endeavor Bank, who is our primary bank that banks the mortgage fund. Ticor Title, who's our preferred title company. And BitCaught, who actually is the software developer that constantly allows us to improve upon the platform that we have created. So congrats again for being a part of the mortgage fund. Those that are interested in getting involved in the mortgage fund, feel free to reach out to me, and I can talk to you more about the fund. Thanks again.